This is a quick video that shows you a tutorial that I wrote for National University in 2002. It was for their online nursing program. They had an introductory statistics class that was required, but students had a hard time following the instructions for using a TI-83 plus graphing calculator. So I created this tutorial, which until a few years ago was linked as a resource to the course. It's very outdated now. It was written in what was then called Macromedia Shockwave, which became Macromedia Shockwave Flash, which then became Adobe Flash. The SWF extension on these kind of files is what most people stands for, Shockwave Flash, but it really stands for small web format. And it was one of the very first ways to put animation onto websites, and therefore it was one of the few methods for making animated instruction. The process is antiquated compared to the tools that existed today. But I plugged in a CD with these very old files, and to my amazement, the tutorial still runs and still shows some good instructional design components, so I thought I'd take a few minutes to share it with you. So this did have a menu that would pop up on the right-hand side that you don't see. It also, in the About tutorial pages, went through all the key pieces and would link you to a navigation page. That showed you how to navigate and the basic navigational components. Each lesson began with a calculator basics, in case you'd forgotten how to do basic things like turn on the calculator, clear its screen, or wanted to remember how to invoke each of the functions a button could do. The buttons could do 2 or 3 things on this calculator depending on which buttons are pressed prior to pressing the function button. Each lesson walked the students through a specific calculation referenced in the textbook. It listed each step and then would show you the actual buttons being pushed with accurate changes on the screen. Then it would review how to read the output. Each lesson had an intro, the steps, a job aid, which was basically a cheat sheet that could be printed out that listed all the steps and told you how to read the output. And a practice from the textbook where you were given data, you could calculate it, and then you could check your answers to make sure you had done the practice correctly. There was a total of 10 lessons that had been planned out with all of these components.